Hello and welcome. This is from the CBN. We bring to you weekly reports and expert analysis of the actions, policies, and economic initiatives of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN. I am Emisi Dada. The developmental grants component of the Tertiary Institutions Entrepreneurship Scheme TIES, which involves pitching of innovative entrepreneurial and technological ideas by undergraduates and their tertiary institutions, held earlier this month at the CBN headquarters in Abuja. 30 institutions competing for the top 5 positions made their presentations to the body of experts. The participants spoke to us about their ideas, which they believe could earn them the CBN grant. We have details in this package, but first, let's bring you the top story from the Central Bank of Nigeria this week. Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, has reiterated the bank's decision on forex restrictions for 43 items in order to encourage local production of the identified items. Speaking to the press at the IMF World Bank Spring meetings in Washington, D.C., United States last week, Mr. Emefiele said the bank remained focused on its primary mandate, adding that adopting a free float management of the naira will create an exchange rate spiral for the country as long as the demand for forex surpasses the supply.
We realize that different countries will have different challenges. But what we do expect is that you go back and develop your own homegrown solution that helps your situation. Let me say that Nigeria is on a managed flow. What that also means is that we cannot adopt what is being proposed, that we go on a free float of the currency. Doing that will create an exchange rate spiral for Nigeria as long as the demand surpasses the supply of foreign exchange in Nigeria. We have been at this since 1986, and that's why we're saying that whereas we are also doing something to adjust the currency, like for instance between 2015 and now, you would observe that we have adjusted the currency from about 155 to about 410, 420 that it is today. So we cannot be accused of not adjusting the currency. We are trying to adopt a very gradual approach towards adjusting the price to the level that it is today. But at the same time, we have to be given the chance to also look at why you are adjusting price. You must also do something about demand and supply. And that is the reason we're saying that we need to do something on demand to make sure that those things that we can produce in the country will restrict access to foreign exchange so that will encourage people to produce locally. When that happens, what it will mean is that the demand for foreign exchange will reduce, and when demand for foreign exchange reduces, ultimately you'll find that price will be better, will not rise beyond the expectation of Nigerians. And I'm saying we're achieving that. Today, we have done a lot in intervention in agriculture. Is it in rice? Is it in maize? We have stopped the import of rice. We have stopped the import of maize. With Dangote refinery coming up with the 650,000 barrels per day refinery, hopefully by around the end of the year, that will also reduce the demand for foreign exchange that normally will go for importation of petroleum products.
North, South, East or West, male or female, old school or millennial, rural or urban, the Naira is the same, and so is the e-Naira. The e-Naira is a legal tender issued by the Central Bank of Nigeria. So, let's embrace it. The e-Naira will foster financial inclusion, improve access to credit, facilitate cross-border remittances, and it's easier to transfer. E-Naira, same Naira, more possibilities. This message is from the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN.
Thanks for staying tuned. You're watching from the CBN, a weekly program that brings to you reports and expert analysis of the actions, policies, and economic initiatives of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN. The body of experts reviewed 145 applications from various higher institutions across the country, out of which 30 were shortlisted to pitch their ideas to compete for the top 5 positions under the developmental component of the CBN Tertiary Institutions Entrepreneurship Scheme TIES. The grant component of TIES has been designed to promote developmental innovations with commercial viability and the potential for high economic impact. In the previous episode, we featured Dr. Caroline Alenogena and her student Esther Afolabi of the Federal University of Technology, Minna, Niger State, who are looking to set up a shoe business hub for wealth creation. Now let's hear from more of the shortlisted participants.
Okay. I am Engineer Mohamed Yakini Suberu. I am the head of Department of Electrical Electronic Engineering, Federal Polytechnic Nasarawa. We are looking at how to create a disinfectant boot that is working on solar base and as well being automated. It will be automated for so many digital services, such as taking your weight as you enter through the boot. It takes the weight of your body for head maybe reference, then taking your body temperature. Then we are also looking at a situation where we incorporate a technology that can capture your facial recognition or your face for recognition, and maybe also thumbprint, so that we use that one for security purpose. Because if you look at COVID-19, it's actually phasing out. But if you come now and say, okay, I want to create a machine or maybe produce a machine that will handle only COVID-19 sanitization, something alone, I don't think it's enough. Because we are looking at it whereby after COVID-19, even the machine you bought from us, you understand, the product still, you can still make use of it. We are looking at how you can maybe use it for advertising, because we have a display board at the top of the machine where we can reprogram for you based on your requirements, and as a result of that, you can use it for your own advertising. This is what you're actually looking at, how to incorporate several technologies into COVID-19 driven or inspired technology.
My name is James Thomas, and I'm the team lead of the team that came up with this amazing innovation. I'm a student of University of Agriculture, Makurdi, 500 level student of the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, and this is my partner.
My name is Edwin James. I'm a student of the Federal University of Agriculture, Makurdi, and I'm a final year student in the Department of Mathematics and Computer Science. I'm the assistant team leader and project manager.
Our product is a generator that is a electricity generator turbo device that generates electricity. We use the principle of conventional petrol generators, but in this case we eliminated the internal combustion mechanism to replace it with a more eco-sustainable turbo devices, which we engineered to maintain rotating mass and some technical details inside the project. But what the project seeks to do is actually to generate electricity without using fuel, so it doesn't burn fumes. So that's basically it. Our project will have a lot of economic impact, because for our design, the primary target audience that we are looking at are actually micro businesses in Nigeria, and then the domestic or home users, because we traveled to Balogun market sometime in June last year to go do a market research. We realized that a lot of micro businesses are suffering. They are the persons that this erratic power supply in the country, they are being pained by it a lot. So they are persons that are willing to pay. So we also realized that these products now can help reduce inflation by reducing cost of production and services for micro businesses in Nigeria. It can also continue to encourage people to go into businesses, because they would not have to be bothered about the cost of petrol or the cost of fuels for them to be running their businesses.
My name is Oluwadare Ereluwa Jistofomi. I'm a student of Landmark University. Agric Extension and Rural Development is my course of study, and I'm the project lead for Whitestrings Africa. And here I have my partner.
Yeah, I am Enifejisu Kinu Aderomu, a student of Landmark University Animal Science program.
Whitestrings Africa is creating is an edtech startup company that is creating advocacy, partnership, and the environment that young Africans need to fully stay ahead and harness job opportunities and innovation opportunities available in the emerging IT space.
So I'm Engineer Sunday Energy Ame from the Federal Polytechnic Damaturu, Yobe State. I'm the team leader for a proposal on the fabrication and use of a rice milling plant for the production of food rice, animal feeds, and biofuels.
I'm Mr. Yakubu Ahmad Kasim, HND student manufacturing option from Federal Polytechnic Damaturu.
This project is expected to teach over 2,600 students per section on how to fabricate, to go into this trade of becoming self-reliant after graduation, and also is going to reduce the overdependence on importation. As we can all attest to, there is a high exchange in forest rate now. So fabricating these locally machines will also help us to generate. It will increase the revenue generation of the school, and also it will also increase the revenue of the government through the payment of taxes.
One important aspect of this project is going to embrace this central bank backward integration program of saving foreign exchange. You see, most of the component parts is going to be produced locally, so it will save foreign exchange instead of importation.
My name is Dr. Kawu Yahya Usman. I am from the Federal Polytechnic Damaturu, Yobe State. The name of my proposed project is the establishment of a feed mill, a poultry fish or integrated poultry fish farm using low-cost alternative feed ingredients. By the time the feed mill is developed, we will be purchasing inputs like grains as feed ingredients in order to mix the feed. This one will boost the production of maize, sorghum, and the rest of other ingredients. So that one will positively impact on the communities there that produce these grains. Secondly, we are also going to use, as I said, some alternative feed ingredients like sickle pod seed. Do you know what sickle pod seed is? We call it tafasa in Hausa. The botanical name is Cassia obtusfolia. So it's just wild, it's not cultivated. So from the collection of this Cassia obtusfolia, processing the seeds and the rest, so youth and women can also get some income from there.
Nice. My name is Abdurrahman Adamu. I'm from Federal Polytechnic, Bali, Taraba State. So I'm a team member for the Polytechnic Dairy Farm Feed and Services. The whole idea came up in integrating the crop and the animal husbandry, because this is one of the major problems that we are facing in Nigeria. You are aware that the government is trying to create this RUGA program in order to domesticate all animals. So the first idea came after trying to domesticate our local breed of cow, improve the genetics of the cow so that we can start having a maximum milk yield from the cows that we have. So the business is based on the two integration of the two husbandries, the animal and the crop husbandry.
My name is Professor Umar Gurama Abubakar. I'm the Dean Faculty of Agriculture, Federal University, Kashere, Gombe State. I'm the team leader.
My name is Miss Hela James. I'm from Federal University of Kashere, Animal Science Department, 500 level student.
The name of the project is Poultry and Organofertilizer Production, Processing and Marketing. The project entails two components. We have the poultry aspect, whereby we will raise day-old chicks. We will have broiler section, and we will have layer section, as well as the feed mill. Now, from the poultry subsector, the droppings, poultry droppings and other wastages, we will use it to produce organic fertilizer and organic pesticides. I was in Thailand in 2014 for a training that lasted for about 3 months. I was in Maju University and Kampensang University. I went to these two universities and the training was on vegetable production processing. And in Thailand, what I observed was that most of the vegetable production, they use organic fertilizer and organic pesticide, because we normally eat vegetables, fruit and vegetables raw. And in Nigeria, if our farmers observe either a disease or an insect infestation, they normally run to the market, buy very poisonous chemicals, apply them, and then in the next 2 days they will harvest and take it to the market. So consumers are taking all this poison as well. But in Thailand, they now use organic fertilizer as well as organic pesticide in raising their vegetable and fruit. Not only that, that gave them an added advantage because South Korea, Japan, and EU countries are now patronizing the agricultural produce from Thailand because of very low pesticide level. I want this to happen in my country.
My name is Dr. Mohamed Yusuf Hamid, a reader in the Department of Agri-Economics and Extension, Adamawa State University, Mubi.
My name is Timothy Bulus from Adamawa State University, Mubi, Department of Agri-Economics and Extension.
Toward establishing a rice project in Adamawa State, which is involved at least engaging 300 students, cultivating 500 hectares of land and milling the rice mill by students in our rice mill. I have been looking for opportunity to meet with CBN. Why? Because they have made a lot of effort to see that our rice sector has been developed, but with little problems here and there. So at times they may be aware, and at times they may not be aware. The issue of Anko Broa, we have sunk a lot of money that we're supposed to have started seeing practical solving issues. But really, when you go to the grassroots, to the farms, to the actors, you see problems here and there, even among the producers. And we really want to save our money, importing large quantity of rice into this country. We have so many things to do with the money. Since we have the ecology, the temperature, the land, the water is available to support rice production. So we must put all our hands on deck, the CBN, the farmers, the millers, the consumers also. Because if you produce good rice at the end, your consumers, they are not patronizing based on the fact that they prefer imported without attaching any premium to our own. I think it's a big problem.
My name is Tremizi Omatayalao, a lecturer from Skyline University, Nigeria, Kano State. We're here to present on the Eco Earth Waste Management, which we just finished now with my partner here.
I'm Saada Yusuf Ahmed, a student of Skyline University and from the Economics Department.
Fantastic. Eco Earth Waste Management. Waste management is all about keeping waste in a better place, putting all the waste where it's supposed to be, so that at the end of the day it will not harm our health. And we can always look at it that every environment where we live, we have waste all around. And why are they like that? Is because people lack the knowledge on how to manage waste. Our point of view and aim and objective is to train people, sensitize people on how to manage their waste and keep a better dispose of their waste. We really appreciate them because I so much believe that there is no point to say what we are here for, we don't really get it. We get it right because a lot of things that we don't even know, they were able to expose us to it. But during even the course of our presentation, we make mention that the research is still ongoing. We are still making research on how to make use of these waste and turn it to wealth.
My name is Dr. Abubakar Musa Shinkafi. I'm from ICT Directorate and I'm representing Federal University Birnin Kebbi. Our project is about the use of technology in agriculture with a specific attention to integration of drones to empower and enhance productivity of agriculture and livestock farming in Kebbi State and Nigeria in general.
My name is Ruth Sampson. I'm a student member of this project from Federal University Birnin Kebbi. So we're talking on how to use drones. Drone is already in existence. So most of what they use here is camera drone. There's no agricultural drone in Nigeria. So we're implementing this project for the first time. So we hope to implement the project and train people on how to use it before we start manufacturing. You need to know how to use something, know how it works before you start manufacturing. So we're hoping to create a data that will also monitor seedlings. We also monitor seedlings, their yield. We also monitor droughts with the drone. So the drone will have to capture data using blockchain, and this blockchain will help us. The data are not editable. You can't hack the system. So this will increase the yields in agriculture. And every business person wants to reduce costs and increase yields. So that's the aim of this project.
My name is Salihu Ibrahim Ismail from the Department of Biochemistry, Yusuf Metamasila University, Kano. I am the team leader of this project, production of poultry, animal feeds and sugarcane from sugarcane waste product. And here with me is my team member, Aisha Ibrahim Alasan, who is part of the team that we are going for this very big project of producing biofertilizer poultry feeds from what is supposed to be waste product, but converting waste well. Actually, this project is about three key things. It's about job creation, it's about solving insecurity and also solving food security. Because presently now, the government is moving away from petroleum-dependent economy into exploring other sectors whereby we can generate wealth and stop importation. At the same time, we can also produce products that can generate us foreign currency. So like when you look into this value chain, sugarcane, it's part of the agriculture. As we all know now that agriculture accounts for 35% of the total GDP of the Nigerian economy now. And out of that 35%, 25% of the GDP comes from poultry farming. And when you look into the poultry farming, the 70% of the production costs come from animal feeds. And this animal feeds that mostly comes from the food that we humans eat. So literally the humans and animals are competing for the same food. So we say that why can't we provide an alternative to this food for the animals so that humans could go for the maize and the soybean, so the animals will go for the bagasse. So that now project we are converting sugarcane bagasse that is assumed to be a waste product into a food for the animal industry. Number one, we'll stop importation of all these foreign feeds. At the same time, we are providing an alternative feed ingredient that is cheap, that is affordable, that is accessible, and that is homegrown. So virtually, literally, putting this, it will now crash the market of high expensive of poultry products such as egg that before cost around 25 naira, but now it's costing around 70 to 90 naira. Before chicken cost around 800, now it's costing around 2,000 naira. And all this thing is because of the rise in the animal feeds. So we are coming to intervene to provide animal feed from an alternative source that is readily available, that is accessible, and that's very cheap.
If someone calls or sends you a message that you have payment issues with your bank and requests that you reveal sensitive information, end the call and don't click. It might just be a scam. No bank will ever ask you for your personal identification number, PIN, mobile banking password, or your card verification code, CVC. Scammers always sound genuine, but don't fall for their bait. Don't respond to phony emails or SMS, and don't click on any dubious links. Even if the other party calls your date of birth or your BVN, don't give them your security details. If you suspect there's an issue with your account, the safest thing to do is go to your bank or call the number provided by your bank directly. Protect your bank details so no one steals your money. This message is from the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN.
That's all from the CBN this week. You can report unresolved banking issues to the CBN Consumer Protection Department using the email address cpd@cbn.gov.ng. Attach relevant documents. Call the CBN Contact Center on the phone line +234 700 2255 226. Local call rates may apply. Send your inquiries and comments to the dedicated email address fromthecbn@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter for updates and uploaded episodes of the program. We invite you to join us again next time. I'm Mulie Misi Dada. Stay safe and bye for now.